Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB Today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase fans watched as Shaun Wallace went up against 4 players in the latest edition of the ITV game show, but some were left unimpressed. Viewers of The Chase were less than thrilled with quiz maestro Shaun Wallace's performance during Friday's show. On ITV, 4 plucky contestants faced the Dark Destroyer, notorious for being a tough opponent in the quiz show arena. But fans cried foul after the competitors emerged victorious, sparking allegations of a fix. One viewer vented on social media, "Shaun frequently throws a final chase, don't you?" Another remarked, "Can't believe that, really seems fixed. Chaser loses to 12, and the question what astrology sign has the letter V in it has him stumped. Really? Couldn't make it up." A third suggested it might be time for the Chaser to hang up his boots. Shaun being Shaun, time to retire. Despite the upset, some fans were willing to cut Shaun some slack. Someone pointed out, every Chaser and Quizzer has their brain fart days. They're not bulletproof. Shaun's biggest brain fart happened on Virgo. In the episode in question, despite each of the players, Safia, Gareth, Sarah, and Wayne getting caught in their individual turns, one had to step up for the final showdown with Shaun. Safia took the lead with hopes of winning £4,000, meaning each would pocket £1,000 upon victory, reports The Express. With 2 minutes on the clock and a one-step advantage, she managed to correctly answer 11 questions, setting a final target of 12 for Shaun to surpass. Before Shaun had his turn, he gave Safia a round of applause for her strong performance, praising 2 of her superb answers. In the final chase segment, Safia managed to stump Shaun 6 times with questions he didn't know the answers to, pushing him back 5 times. Yet, it was the last question that really tripped up the Chaser and led viewers at home to suggest he might have thrown the game on purpose. Host Bradley Walsh posed the question, what zodiac sign contains the letter V? Unable to hear viewers' shouts from their sofas, given that this was a rerun, Shaun appeared perplexed as he struggled to recall the zodiac signs. Skipping the question, it bounced back to Safia, who quickly responded with Virgo, the correct answer. As Shaun ran out of time, the team were overjoyed with their £4,000 win, equating to $1,000 each to take home. Bradley remarked, "You've beaten a mastermind champion, by the way, so well played." To which Shaun admitted, "I played 5 of these, Lazarus, and that's the first time I've lost. That's why I take nothing for granted in this game." Astonished, Bradley concluded, "What a show! Some brilliant answers, some brilliant head-to-heads." The studio lights of ITV's The Chase glimmered like 1,000 tiny stars, reflecting the anticipation pulsing through the audience. It had been a thrilling evening of quick-fire questions, nail-biting answers, and the kind of tension that made hearts pound both in the studio and at home. 3 contestants had made it through to the final chase, their teamwork and knowledge leaving viewers at the edge of their seats. Their opponent for the evening, none other than Shaun Wallace, affectionately known to fans as the Dark Destroyer. The trio had worked brilliantly together, racking up 20 correct answers in the final round, a formidable score by any standard. Host Bradley Walsh leaned back with a grin, clearly impressed. "That," he said with dramatic pause, "is going to take some beating." The crowd erupted into cheers. Hope flickered across the contestants' faces. Victory seemed within their grasp. Then came Shaun. With his signature calm and composed presence, he began the chase. The questions flowed: history, sport, literature, general knowledge. Shaun was sharp, but the clock ticked with merciless speed. Twice he faltered. Twice the team pushed him back with their own correct answers. The studio audience gasped, sensing an upset. With just 20 seconds to go, Shaun was trailing. He needed 7 more answers to snatch victory. And then it happened. Question after question rolled off his tongue with astonishing accuracy. The Dark Destroyer seemed unstoppable, slicing through obscure topics with uncanny precision. When the final buzzer sounded, Shaun had miraculously caught the team with just 1 second left on the clock. Bradley gasped, the audience groaned, and the contestants collapsed into their chairs in disbelief. But not everyone was convinced. Within minutes of the broadcast ending, social media lit up with a storm of furious reactions. "That was a fix," one viewer fumed on Twitter. "No way Shaun answered that many in 20 seconds. It didn't add up." Another wrote, "ITV, you've ruined the integrity of the game. He should resign if he can't play fair." Hashtags like Chase Fix and Shaun should quit began trending. Longtime fans of the show felt betrayed, as if the fairness that had made the chase such a beloved staple of evening television had been shattered. Facebook groups and fan forums filled with heated debates. Was Shaun simply that good, or had something gone wrong behind the scenes? Meanwhile, Shaun Wallace, a barrister by profession and a man known for his stoic demeanor, stayed silent. For him, winning was simply part of the game. He had always prided himself on precision, speed, and intellect. But the backlash was unlike anything he had faced before. Calls for him to step down grew louder each hour, the storm showing no signs of calming. Bradley Walsh, ever the showman, urged viewers to remember the integrity of the program. "This is a game of knowledge, speed, and nerves," he said in a post-show interview. "Shaun is one of the best quizzers in the world. That's what makes this show so exciting." Yet fans remained unconvinced. Was it brilliance, or was it something else entirely? And so the debate rages on. Should Shaun Wallace, the Dark Destroyer, continue his reign on the chase, or is it time for him to step aside amidst the cries of fix? Only time, and perhaps the next nail-biting episode.